My name is Jan Demers, and I'm the Executive Director for Champlain Valley Office of Economic Opportunity, or CVOEO. And we are an anti-poverty program. We serve people. We served 23,000 people last year. You'll see people that are looking for housing. You'll see people that are looking for crisis fuel to keep warm in the wintertime. And you'll see people that are getting their taxes done as you went by. So those three programs right away, and then the other part of the programs that we have are for food. So it's crisis programs that we look at first, and because we need to meet people where they are. Those programs are funded, some through the state, some through the federal government, some through donations. So we start with a crisis where people are, then we work to maintenance and make sure that people's lives are able to be stabilized. And through that we have programs such as our Head Start program, our weatherization program, the programs that we work with as far as discrimination, so fair housing, mobile home, Vermont tenants, all programs that help people to have their lives stabilized. And then the last part that we look at as far as anti-poverty programs are how do you get out of poverty? To get out of poverty, what we've seen here is that people need to be in control of their assets. When we did a community needs assessment a couple of years ago, the people there were folks like you and I, and people in nonprofits, and people for religious organizations, governmental organizations. The people who are the providers, not the people that are looking for service, but the people who are providers, said that we need to have more help with transportation, with employment, with housing, with affordable child care, and with insurance. So we need to go down that list. Now, we did a customer satisfaction survey, and that's the other side. People who come in our doors, what do they need? They said the same things, only in a different way. If I had enough money, then I could pay for childcare. If I had enough money, I could pay for transportation. If I had enough money, then I could have a better apartment. So it's who has control. That's why one of our programs here is called Financial Futures Program, and what we try to do is have that program disseminated within all of the other service programs that we have, in our crisis program, in our maintenance service programs, and in our out-of-poverty programs, because it puts control of assets back into people. People who are homeless have assets. People who are making minimum wage have assets. It's what you do with your assets, how you set your goal, that sets you along life's journey to be able to have control over your life and over your finances. Why are people poor? There's a lot of different answers for that, a million different answers for that. But what's the simplest answer? They don't have money. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's really simple, and it's a very complex problem. But what we do see is when people have money and control, they have more of a sense of hope, and more of a sense of being able to reach out for resources. So that's what we try to do, and I hope I've answered that question.
Thank you so much.
The Champlain Valley Office of Economic Opportunity is just one example of an anti-poverty program that is doing great work to help assist those in need. However, there are many other great anti-poverty programs that have made large strides in assisting those in need. For example, federally funded food stamps prevent an additional 8 million Americans from falling below the poverty line, per The Guardian. Another great federally funded example is Social Security. It is predicted that Social Security alone has reduced poverty among the elderly by 75% since its initiation, per the LA Times. The evidence is very clear that anti-poverty programs make large strides to help those in need, both young and old.